Farmer Will and Jessie!
I was like big monkey and she was like baby monkey.
I don't want to know what happens in the bedroom, to be honest with you.
He like holds his boat. He's like, "Come on, my lady."
This roleplay vibe you got going on sounds like the sex life is healthy.
And I just want to hit that thing! I want to hit that thing now! Years later, I was just like this, and I was like, I haven't come up for fucking air in 2 years!
Have you argued on a pod?
Oh god, yeah, to the point where Jesse's like, cut the fucking cameras.
Yeah. 3 days later, and he finally answers. He's like, "Oh yeah, he's in jail." I'm like, "Bruv, no."
Sometimes I'm like, what are we doing? Went and picked up 2 girls in my trailer and bought to town to have a couple of drinks with me.
Welcome back to another episode of Not My Big. I'm Joe and I'm here joined by Farmer Will and Jessie! Hello. Why did I just do the jazz hand?
I know.
That's how excited I was to see you both. Thank you for taking some time off the farm to come in and see us. How are you both?
Oh, we're great. No complaints of being off the farm. From me.
Question, Jessie barely comes out on the farm.
Do you know what? When we came off Love Island, I
Stop already.
catfished him. I was like, yeah, I'll be like working on the farm all the time. 2 years down the track, no.
To be fair, she did come out with me yesterday and kept me company.
Yeah. That's
However, didn't look happy at all. So I was like, you can just go in. The fun's ruined now.
Yeah, but it's nice to keep someone company. Kane's now started this gardening thing. I fucking hate gardening, but I'll just stand there and watch.
That's so cute.
Drink in hand, you know, like a little clap along. Like, you've got this. You've
Yeah,
got
sunbed
this.
out, glasses on.
So I'm going to hit you with some quick fire questions. It's kind of like Mr. and Mrs. Esque. So you've basically got to say, answer them for each other.
Okay.
So, which is weird because the first one doesn't work like that. But first,
This isn't like a competition base, is it?
you always hit it then.
I know. I'm getting wiping out the opponent now. Fuck off.
No, it's not a competition.
Oh, all right.
But if you lose, then it's awful because you don't know your partner.
Embarrassing.
First impressions of each other. First initial looking at each other in Love Island. First impressions of each other.
Wow, what a beautiful, beautiful Australian Sheila I've got in my hands.
Oh my God, I regret you learning the word Sheila.
I thought that's what I thought you were doing your reaction then. And you're like, oh my God.
My reaction is, what a little sweetheart. I
Oh.
thought you were real cute and sweet.
Yeah, what Jessie's not telling you is when she first saw me, we had all of the boys like sat on the pool and I was like number 4. So for me to try and get Jessie's attention, I'd like pop out my head and like...
And he like was too scared to say
So
anything.
she was probably thinking, freak? Or...
You look really small from there too. You look really, because you were like 5 people down and had like all these big other Love Island boys that had your little head out.
sorry,
I
why am
think
I...
Will's quite big.
Why am I not in the category of big? What? No.
I think
Because
you
you were
are.
right down the end though.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have any pet names or nicknames for each other?
Monkey.
Yeah, we call each other Monkey.
That's cute.
Yeah, monkey moo.
That's cute.
Monkey.
At the
It's
start
so
of our
cringe
relationship,
when
I
we
was
say
like
that.
big monkey and she was like baby monkey.
Yeah,
But
big
then I was
I don't
like,
want to know what happens in the bedroom, to be honest with you.
Then I was like, then we've just like, we're just like monkey moo.
You're just monkeys.
And then no, a most recent one though is Jessie called. Would you call me?
Why are you saying this out loud on a podcast?
Say it, say it, say it, say it, say it.
I call... No, it's so cringe. It actually gives me the ick.
She calls me baby Chino.
What the fuck?
Sorry.
I thought we would never say these online.
Fuck it, baby.
Well, it shows that you guys really know each other.
Yeah.
That's cute.
I'm gonna get an earful when I go home.
Okay, I'm going to leave you to guys sort that one out afterwards. What is the item each of you would take on a desert island if you could only have one thing? So answer for each other. What would your item be?
I would say Jessie's would be a phone.
Yes.
Okay.
True.
She's a...
I would say yours would be your Xbox, PS5, whatever game you play.
Just want to caveat that there is no electricity on a desert island.
Oh yeah.
There's
Just
not a little
gotta...
heart.
Yeah.
All right, I want to redo my answer.
This is for pure survival.
Pure survival.
Survival.
What would you have?
I feel like Will would take a comfortable pillow. He's
Okay.
like you're really like OCD with your pillows.
Are you?
Mm,
What, like memory foam?
I'd
Or
bring
like...
a knife so I can hunt.
Okay.
Well,
You don't strike me as like a natural hunter.
I'm not a natural hunter,
Okay.
but it's survival, isn't it?
Okay.
And then with that, I can cut off branches, I can make myself a boat, I can make loads of different things, and I would probably just start off and just
Start the civilization.
pretty
yeah.
much. Yeah, that's
Just
what I would
restart civilization.
do. I
Okay.
don't know what you would have. What would you have?
Well, first instinct is to say fake tan, but that's pretty pointless, isn't it?
Yeah. But if you get rescued, you want to look hot.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my God, yeah,
unless
'cause
I'm
it's Sophie
doing
on
the
news.
rescuing.
This would be a great PR opportunity for you both.
literally.
What would you have?
For survival, it would definitely be something food related. Because like when I'm hungry, I just shut down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Like a long-lasting snack.
Like a seed?
Yeah.
Yeah, like seeds. Yeah, to grow food.
To grow food, you
Yeah.
can do your own crop and harvest.
Yeah.
Would you guys fuck like on the island? Because
I mean, there's nothing
Us
else
together.
to do.
but my thing is, then what if you had a child on said island?
Ah, yes.
Well, happy days, my dreams come true. I finally get a kid. So
I mean, is it that different from us living on the farm and
Yeah.
having a child out there?
That's very true.
yeah,
You comparing
Come
farm life to in the middle of the ocean desert island. Okay, feel like we got there. Went a bit off track, but that's fine. Who has the last word in an argument between you two?
I'd say Jessie wins that argument
Okay.
just because I'm never right.
Okay.
Even when I am in the right, I'll say I'm never.
I'll take it.
I find even when I'm in the right, I have to end up apologising.
Okay.
But I think I would get the last say because I'd like walk away and be like, fuck you then.
Oh my God, I hate it when you do that as well. You do. Will like walks away, has his last little word and goes like into the bedroom.
And
I'm
that
like,
riles you up.
yeah, it does.
Yeah, but then like 2 minutes later, I'm coming in apologising anyway.
And yeah,
even if it's
and-
not my fault.
Okay, fine. So you just like to have that little moment of like riling each other up and then you're like, I'm sorry, let's...
Yeah, then Will comes in to say sorry and then I will give him the, I just think it's rude that.
I'm like that. I never know when to stop the argument.
Yeah.
Like we've already made up 10 minutes ago and I'm still angry.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at making you laugh and then like diffusing this situation.
That's good.
Yeah, he always
Kane,
does that.
take note of that. He's got his headphones in. He's not even listening. He's not even listening. Look at him shaking his head. He's not even fucking listening to me. And that's our whole relationship. Worst habits for each other.
Worst habit.
I would say Will's is like playing that game.
Oh my
Is
God, I
it
don't do it.
PlayStation 5 or Xbox?
I don't play it that much.
Yes, he
What
does. When
game
we
is
have stuff
it?
to do like the next day. Oh my God, he plays so many different games. At the moment, he's playing like this weird cowboy one.
Oh yeah, I'm at Red Dead Redemption 2, and Jessie got angry at me because in the game I was role playing, and I'm Arthur, a very weathered, sexy old man, and I went and picked up 2 girls in my trailer and bought to town to have a couple of drinks with me.
And he had
And that-
fucking bitches in his trailer.
Jessie got.
You are so me. That is so something that I would
Why
do.
you got them in your trailer
I'd
for,
be like,
huh?
not only are you not giving me attention, but you also fucking girls on
Literally.
virtually now. Virtually.
Oh, we didn't make it that far. They went off with 2 other men. So
Oh,
it's,
And I
okay.
said,
fine.
sucked in.
I,
What you get?
I love that for you guys. What's 3 words you would use to describe your partner?
beautiful,
hmm
home,
Oh, that's a
That's so
really cute
cute.
one.
and soulmate.
Oh.
That's so cute.
Oh.
I would describe you as energetic.
Oh, boring! Boring! You can do fucking better than that.
Boring.
Mate, you are though. You've got so much energy, which is a good thing.
Mm.
And then, can I steal yours?
No, Jessie always does this when we play these games.
You can, it's fine.
Yeah. Fine, I'll say home.
And soulmate.
Oh,
I'm not having that.
Oh,
That's so good. I wanted to steal them.
yeah, they were really good. They were really good. I saw the TikTok that you're buying a farm together.
Mhm.
Is this true?
Yeah.
This is true. Yeah,
Tell me about it.
This is the big commitment. Like,
Okay.
It's a lot.
This is like marriage.
I was about to say, this is bigger than marriage.
That
Yeah.
we're locked in. And it's like if we broke up and then we shared a farm together, like I could just go visit you all the time because I own like the farm.
Oh my God.
Like, do you know what I mean? I'd be like, can't dump me, babe.
What?
I'm here.
So how many acres is the farm going to be?
About 200, I'd say. Close to 200.
That's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's honestly, I feel like I'm in a bit of a fairy, or well, we're in a fairyland. Sometimes I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And what are we gonna do with it? But then I'm like, oh, what's the worst that can happen?
Animals die?
That is pretty bad, yeah.
No, but I've got that on lock. Like,
Yeah,
Will's got that
exactly.
under control, yeah.
Exactly. So what's the plan for it? Is it going to be like a working farm you guys work on? Are you going to like invite people into like, is it going to be like a kind of sanctuary, bring people in type of vibe? What you're hoping to do?
Well, we're having like different meetings at the moment about what we can and can't do. Because
Okay.
obviously, like with all the boring stuff, like planning regulations and different things like that.
Right.
It's all dependent what you can actually do on the farm. But because obviously we've still got like I still help my dad out on the family farm, which is a working animal farm.
Okay.
We want to make this a little bit more interactive, where
Right.
people in the public can come if it's like a petting farm, if there's glamping pods,
Oh,
whatever.
cute.
Just make
Okay.
it like an
Horse
open
stables.
farm.
I really want horses.
Oh my God, cute.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I've been watching Yellowstone at the moment, and I'm really channeling my inner cowboy. And I'm like, fuck it, should we just buy a couple of horses and just ride them hardback cowboy?
Instead of the quad bike.
Yeah,
Oh
cowboy
my
hat, and just
God.
like be cowboys and cowgirls
No,
for a
you
bit of
have
time.
to. Kind of like a Dolly Parton, like Dollyland vibe, where you're just
Yeah.
like going around on horseback. I mean, she's not going on horseback, but yeah, that type of vibe would be so lit.
Wouldn't it? It would.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd get
Yeah.
like a lasso Jessie and be like, you're not running away. You know?
So on like the sheep farm, he's been like, he like holds his boat. He's like, come on, my lady.
This
How
this
did you
role
like his
play
little-
vibe you got going on. I mean, it sounds like the sex life is healthy. Jessie, I've seen basically that you've been in TikToks with Will, obviously involved in the farm. How involved actually are you in farm life?
Yeah, so I used to be a lot more involved. When we
Okay.
first come off the farm, I was getting stuck in. I was like, I have to like show him that I'm wifey material.
Yeah.
However, now I just have decided it's just a bit cold out there.
It
It's
is.
a bit cold. It's a bit hard work. I've birthed a lamb. Do I need to do any
She's
more?
retired now, basically.
Yeah.
Well, I birthed a lamb. My mum's never birthed a lamb, so
Okay.
she's one up my mum.
Is it lambing season at the minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, just early doors.
Early doors for
Yeah,
lambing.
Early tours.
It looks horrific, like that you do that every day. Like, how many do you deliver in a day during
Oh,
peak
it
during peak lambing season?
You know, during peak it ranges. It ranges. You know, you could get a lot of mums give birth or not. You could be peak. I reckon we've done about 100 in a day.
Oh my
That's crazy work, isn't it?
It's crazy work. Yeah, that is. I don't like to eat lamb anymore.
Me
because-
neither. We don't really eat lamb.
And I think same, probably similar to you guys. I've never delivered a lamb, but I used to run by the farmers' fields up by my mum's, and then one day, just all the lambs disappeared, and I just got like really sad. And then
Yeah.
my mum cooked a lamb around Easter,
No.
and I was just sat there, and I just thought there was something about the smell and the taste. Never
Yeah.
again. Like, it makes me physically
Wrong,
ill now.
yeah.
It's wrong.
It is wrong. Like I haven't eaten lamb in such a long time, especially when I worked on the farm. Like, I tried it here and there when I kind of like stopped after Love Island, but I just can't. I just don't. Yeah,
There's something about it, guys.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
I knew.
Yeah, we can't be doing that.
We knew. My dad told me a story of a farmer that he crossed paths with, and apparently they had like pet lambs, and then his kids named them, and they were really beautiful. And then the farmer must have killed it and put it on the table. And while the kids were eating it, they were like, "Oh, that's just Bertie," and they were distraught.
I could not.
That's horrific.
That is, isn't it?
That
Not
is-
Bertie.
and
that
they
is-
didn't even know, and then they were all like, "Oh my god!" and just started
It's like
crying.
eating a family member.
Yeah, like a
it
dog.
literally
It
is.
is like
it's
eating a
like
dog.
eating a dog. I had family friends that had a chicken, and then the chicken died. I think of like natural causes, and then the kids were like distraught at the fact that they actually ate it. I feel like if you have it as a pet, you probably shouldn't eat it. I think that should be a rule of
No,
thumb.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
no, 100%. Like, we've got pets on the farm, and they're pets.
Yeah.
They just roam about and relax and chill out.
Speaking of, you've got a pet goat now. Is that right?
I think we've got a ton of goats now.
Mm.
So we rescued 2, and they're like big ones, and then we
Okay.
got pygmy goats, and they had babies. So
Pygmy goats is my dream.
Yeah.
so cute.
They're
You should have seen
awesome.
when they were little babies. They're like teeny tiny.
Do you guys watch Severance?
No.
Oh
what
my
is that?
god, you guys. Okay, I will explain to you afterwards, but you must watch this
Okay.
show. But there's baby goats in it, and I'm really into baby goats right now.
Aw.
Jessie, what's your favorite animal on the farm?
My favorite animal.
Yeah.
I love the donkeys.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah. We've
Yeah.
got 2 donkeys. I just think they're the cutest little animals, and they're the closest thing I've got to a horse. So
Yeah. They're quite silly, aren't they?
they are silly and
They're
goofy.
They're
goofy.
silly, goofy. Can you ride them?
I wouldn't because they do buck, like
Oh.
they kick out.
Yeah,
I
Right.
just think it's a
know.
bit scary.
Yeah, I don't know if you ride donkeys or not.
I think they were made for riding,
I think.
like they do in.
Shrek rides donkey in Shrek, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's like, we should really take
I think
that
they've got
as
like
gospel.
really strong backs, but
Okay.
I just don't ride them because I just think they're so cute in the
It
field.
would be really cute instead of horseback to walk around your farm on donkey.
Just
back.
donkeys, yeah. I think I'd crush them because donkeys aren't that big.
Yeah.
I think my feet would dangle and touch the ground.
Do you have any plans for the tiny pitter patter of mini farmer children?
Will does.
Yeah, every single day.
Oh, really? You're
Like-
very like
Come on, let's just
Paternal
have
at the minute.
kids now.
right.
Yeah, Will wants kids. Like, and then I said to Will last year, I was like, we can have kids once I've traveled Europe because I'm from Australia.
Okay.
That's so far away. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I need to go do Euro summer. So then Will was like, okay, booked us like a trip to Italy for 3 weeks. It's like, let's go now.
Hot Girl Euro Summit is needed.
We've done that. Been there, done that. I've already fucking ticked it all off. We've done it.
Okay.
Every time I say we need to do this before kids, we was like, all right. Because I was like, oh, we need to like get a new house or renovate. And then he's like, literally that day he's ripping out walls and ripping out the kitchen.
God.
I don't know what
So you're
more I
hungry
can
for
do.
it.
We've renovated the house. We're getting a farm for our kids to play on. We've travelled Europe.
Do you want to be young parents?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of running out of time, but like, I like my life the way it is.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? It's obviously a big commitment. I always have these waves of on a Sunday, like watching families, like playing parks. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I want that. And then I hit Monday and I'm like, fuck that.
I just feel like
Yeah.
you just feel a
Literally.
real sense of
Or it hits Saturday and I'm like, no, I want some Prosecco.
Yeah, literally, it's a cycle.
Yeah.
It's a cycle. So you've got your podcast, Agree to Disagree.
Yeah.
How are you finding it? How are you going with it?
We're loving the podcast.
Full perspective, it's like,
We actually do argue quite a bit on it or about it.
Oh yeah, we do.
well, that is in the name.
Yeah,
So
literally
that's
perfect.
good.
yeah.
It's writing it though, isn't it? Because I like to be like prepared and I want to write it like a week before.
Just is
Yeah.
quite OCD.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm like very
I'm
like,
the same, to be
structured.
fair. Yeah.
Will's like, is there type A and type B person?
Yeah.
I think type B is like the unorganized one.
I think, yeah, type A is very like boom, 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 like this, doing that. Type B is kind of like, I'm going to go with the flow, I think.
Yeah. So Will will be like, oh no, let's just write it the day of. Or like, let's
Right.
just plan what we're talking about the day of.
Sweet.
No, not in my
Sweet.
mind.
No.
You are me and George, like when we were doing it. And I'd be like, I think we should come up with a bit of a theme this week. And George would be like, well, on the day.
Yeah.
On the day.
I feel like it's good chat when it's like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
like I'll put bullet points of what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've had heaps because Jesse's had like many B's. Like, oh my god, we need to write this.
Have
And
you
I'm like,
argued on a pod?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. To the point where Jesse's like, cut the fucking cameras, and then she's like, well, no, we're not. The blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think they left it
And then
here.
like everyone was just like sat behind, and I was like,
Guys, it's rough when you argue on a pod. I did it
Yeah.
with George once, but I actually I was like, pause the cameras. I need air. And I just
You know
stormed,
what?
and I stormed out the room. And I weirdly called my mum. First person I called, I was like, he's being a fuck. My mum was like, everyone needs to chill out. And I didn't continue that. I walked.
really?
Do you know,
Yeah, it was
sibling
dramatic.
arguments though are like a different kind.
And
Like when I
And it.
argue with my sister, it just feels like my anger is so much higher, and I just feel like the world's ending. And calling your mum, it's like I need mum to intervene here.
And I guess with a relationship, you're like, you will strike a balance at some point in that conversation. Whereas with siblings, you're like, I will burn the world until I apologize.
There's no bargaining.
That's literally what I'm like. What's your favorite thing and least favorite thing about doing the pod?
I think my favorite thing is actually like maybe talking about certain things that you wouldn't maybe talk about at home. And like on the pod, like you can sit and be very open and like transparent with one another. It's like maybe talking about different problems that you have in depth and things like that.
Yeah, I think it's been good for our relationship in a weird
Okay.
way.
It's like therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like uncalled for therapy. We just like
Yeah.
Healthy communication therapy. Yeah.
literally,
Yeah.
because like when you live with each other, it's so easy to just kind of like let him go on his Xbox. I'll scroll on TikTok.
Oh my god, you make it
You're
sound
not
like I play
on
Xbox
Xbox.
or
He
PlayStation all the time.
does.
Actually don't.
I just envisioned you just like with this VR headset in a room, days on end, not
You
speaking.
know those
to-
people that like run and jump into the walls and stuff.
That's how I can imagine.
Yeah.
You're in your little square on the floor.
Oh my god.
I don't play it that much.
Okay. But I agree. It's kind of like when we did Gogglebox, it's like forced time together to speak that you typically wouldn't do
Yeah.
if it wasn't part of your daily life. So I guess it must be nice for you guys.
And like we can like look back and talk about and reminisce and like speak about everything that we've kind of like gone through and different things like that.
Yeah, because I found like the most times Will and I would open up is after like a few glasses of Prosecco.
Oh my God.
And then if you like have some margaritas or whatever, it can escalate into like being really dramatic.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then it's like we sit
One
down.
too many times I have, and I said, maybe we need to stop this.
I used to get really drunk at the start when we started doing them. I think in that season one when you guys like we'd always have a drink, and
Yeah.
it's great because you can let rip. But the editors were like, "This has to stop."
Yeah.
They were like, "You're not even like trying to gear a conversation, just slurring at them."
Yeah, you took it a bit far now.
Yeah, but no, I totally agree with you guys. And who's your favorite guest you've had on so far? Because I've seen you've had quite a few now, and I've been loving them.
Oh, favorite guest.
I actually like all the guests, I think. Jedward were really fun.
Jedward?
Oh my God, they were on here
Yeah,
like a
they're
couple
such
weeks
babes,
ago.
aren't they?
Oh my God, yeah. Honestly, the energy.
I know.
They make you look like the most relaxed person I've ever met in my
I
life.
felt relaxed on the pod. I was like, wow, this is chill.
They threw so many celebrity names at me. I was just like, they were like,
Yeah.
we met Kim K. I was like,
Yes, that's what they were doing with us. But half of it we were like discussing before the podcast, and
Fine.
they were giving all the juice, all the tea.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we obviously just spoke about it for too long off camera. But like,
The pod was about 2 hours.
yeah, we had to cut
Yeah.
it down.
long
which is
time.
a shame.
Yeah.
I would have listened to a 2-hour podcast, but I was like, maybe our listeners won't appreciate that.
yeah.
But love Jedward, and then
I think with it, like growing up when I was a kid, it was like a real like probably for you as well, like a full circle moment where I was like, I can't believe they're on our pod.
It's
here
so
now.
random, isn't
Yeah.
it? And they're like giving you references, and I'm sat there thinking, I was literally watching X Factor results show with my
I
mum
know,
and dad.
it was so
And
weird.
you're speaking about this so coy,
I
but
know.
yeah, it is so
Yeah,
weird.
It was. I felt like I was in like a dream.
Yeah.
I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I do also love getting the Love Islanders on. I feel like Love Islanders are just like, obviously because we've done the show, maybe a little bit biased, but you can kind of like relate to both
Yeah.
of your experiences. There's just so much to talk about. Like with Love Islanders, any Love Islander, I can sit down and talk for ages.
Yeah. And I think you had Sam Kenny on, who I love.
She's such a babe.
And she's great as well, because I feel like she had such a not nice experience in there that I feel like she's a great one to interview.
Oh, she's right. Literally, I love her.
Because she loves to spill, and we love that. And I was going to say, I saw a pod clip, Will, of you speaking about vaping.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know, have you fully quit now? Or are
Pretty
you
much,
still-
yeah.
Have you?
Vaping, yeah.
Proud of you.
I'm on the nicotine gum.
Okay, that's not bad.
No, which is good because like I found like I wasn't actually that addicted to smoking or anything like that, and I was like, I'll just get on the vape so I just don't smoke.
Yeah.
And then I just found like years later, I was just like this, and I was like, I haven't come up for fucking air in 2 years.
Yeah.
I was like, what is going on?
It's more of a fidget thing, I think. With my mates, it's more of like a just habitual rather than actually wanting to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For the buzz of the nicotine.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I was like, look, if I speak about it on the podcast, then I've got to hold myself very accountable.
Yeah.
You put it out to everyone. So it's like you feel like you're letting them down if you like don't do it,
So
sort of
true.
thing. So I'm on the nicotine gum, which is helping. I've reduced it. It was like, but I stopped when I went to Australia. So it was like a nice break.
Okay.
It was like a
It
good
was a
break.
nice break for
like-
Will.
Yeah.
I was like, who is this demon?
Yeah. Wake up in the middle of the night scurrying and go, where is it then?
Oh my God, that's my mum.
Yeah.
That is my mum.
I got to the point where I wasn't even doing that, and I was like, "Oh my God!" It had so much control over me. I was
Yeah.
like, God, I'm a big boy. I need to stop.
But it's
this.
good that you've weaned yourself off of it, and maybe you should come over and give my mum some advice, because she will honestly wake up in the morning and grab her phone and a vape and just be laying there like Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah, literally.
And it's crazy work.
yeah, it's
is crazy
yeah,
work.
yeah. Vapes are scary.
They
thing.
are scary.
Don't vape, kids.
Have you ever tried a snooze?
Oh, once.
Just what George is doing to get him. He's not vaped, but he's snoozing, which kind of like nicotine gum vibes. But
Snoozing.
oh my God, he's like, what does he say? PM post meal PMS post meal snooze.
Oh,
He'll
like
be
the
like, I need my
after.
PMS, and I'm like,
That's like with a vape. It's like the most difficult. Like after eating or something like
Yeah.
that. It's like, man, I just want to hit that thing. I want to hit that thing now. Do you know what I mean? I get like that. I'm like, oh my God.
also after not to try and like instigate you doing it more, but after a stressful day of lambing, I'm sure you're like, I just need a relief.
And what's worse is that like my parents vape as well.
Oh, do they?
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. So when like
There's levels to it too, isn't there? You get
as long as they don't blow it near me,
Yeah.
I'll follow them like
You literally.
a whiff of the cotton can.
yeah.
No.
But like yeah, the nicotine gum's doing well. And I've reduced it a heap. Which is
Okay.
good. Yeah.
That's good. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
That's good to
You're
hear.
adding years onto your life every day.
We love to hear it.
Yeah.
So life after Love Island. Have you guys watched the recent Allstars, or did you see the clips of it?
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
There was a lot going on.
There was a
wasn't
lot,
there?
yeah.
It
Did you think that Casey and Gabby were going to win? Like, did you kind of like keep on top of the
I
final?
thought Luca and Grace were gonna win.
So did I, to be fair.
To be quite
Why did
honest.
I feel like, for some reason, Luca and Grace, it was like everyone was against them. It was like they were going to win, they should have won, but everyone was just trying to stop it. That's kind of the vibes I got.
I think it was the Sammy thing that did it, which is weird because I feel like they were coming across as like this fan favorite vibe before that. And then the Sammy thing, I think that it threw everybody.
Yeah.
But it was hard as well because I feel like with those bombshells, it must be so hard to go in so late. You got like
yeah.
a
It's difficult, yeah. I
Yeah.
think it being a bombshell in general is hard. You know, like it's so unnatural having to go in and break a couple up. It's like that's just not going to happen
Yeah.
in the real world. You just wouldn't. But then, as a bombshell, that is your job to go in and split up a couple. And
Yeah.
that in itself is hard enough.
Yeah, I can
Especially
imagine.
with like the Love Island All Stars concept, because you know who's who. You already know their characters. With like normal Love Island, you don't know who you're coming into.
Yeah.
But because you know everything about everyone,
Yeah.
you're like, that's scary.
And I love all the drama of All Stars, of them
Oh,
having like the
so
context
much.
of DMs and flirting before and events and things like that.
Yeah.
And even bringing up their managers in arguments, be like, well, my manager said that we needed to go on a date. And I'm like, I can't believe they're saying this on TV.
Yeah, I know.
Literally.
It's so good.
Yeah, that is wild.
Yeah.
Look, it is entertainment. I can't lie.
Yeah, I thought it was good and juicy. Do you guys still speak to people from your season? Like, do you still hang out with anyone or?
I actually caught up with the girls the other day, which was really nice. So
Cute.
I saw Sammy, Lana, Rosie, and Tanya.
Were you at that Rimmel thing?
Yeah. I saw your story.
I was there,
Yeah,
but I was there early to like, I did it before the brunch, but then I saw you girls there and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, then we went out for lunch afterwards. So I can't believe we missed you. I saw your
know.
story. I was like,
That coffee in that shop was like
good.
crack. I left there and we accidentally missed the turning up. We were walking for half an hour and the tube station was 5 minutes away. I was pacing. My Apple Watch was like heart rate. I've never had coffee like it in my life.
Really?
It's
It was
so good.
It was like 50 lines of crack in my system. Yeah, so nice coffee shop. You should go. What's it
Yeah, we'll
called?
go back there.
Something hippo. If you guys got married, would you invite people from Love Island? And who would you have as your, what is it? It's the bridesmaid. What is that called? Bride head.
Maid of honor?
Maid of
Bridesmaid?
honor and best man.
So we have to choose from our Love Island. Okay.
You can tell I haven't been to a wedding.
So which Love Island castmates? I would probably say Sammy would have to be my
Okay, cute.
my maid of honor.
I'm going to be honest, I don't really chat to anyone. So
You're lone wolf.
You can
I'm
go
a-
Lana.
I am a lone wolf.
You're lone wolf on the farm.
You know, it's nice seeing them in events and different things like that. It's
Yeah.
like I haven't got anything wrong with them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just I don't overly.
No,
keep in
I get
contact
it.
with them.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lonely life out on the farm.
You've got the lambs and the goats and the donkeys. There's
Yeah.
more than enough there.
Yeah.
Would you, on your own farm, right? Question for you. Would you ever have otters? The reason I say this, they're my favourite animal, and the nearest sanctuary to go and hold hands with them is Devon, which is quite a way.
Oh my god, you can get otters and hold hands with them.
And because, yeah, the otters hold hands when they sleep. So I feel like I'm just putting this out
Well,
there.
sorry, when they sleep. So what are you going to do? Go into the pen and be like,
Hold
come
my
on.
hand.
Well, also there's these ones like abroad where they have these tiny little holes in the glass and they stick their hands through and then you like hold hands and touch
Do they
them.
willingly stick their hands through?
I think so. I think they like the interaction.
Sounds a
That's
little
so
bit
cute.
like
I
a
want an
glory
otter.
hole. That does. What are you getting
So
onto?
my
Yeah.
dream is an otter glory hole.
Yeah.
I'm just putting it out there because if you did decide to do it, I could come and work a Saturday.
Oh, done, babe.
I
You've
would-
sold me. You can take
yeah.
my shift.
I would love that. Like having like an animal sanctuary and like inviting the public. I think it's so
Yeah.
cool. And it's so important that people get out like and see wildlife and animals and different things like that.
Yeah, and otters.
So we're
And
open to
otters.
more animal suggestions.
Okay.
Otters. I mean, we've got emus at the moment, so
Terrified.
why we couldn't-
Absolutely not. Would
They
not
are
go
a
near
bit
it.
weird. I ain't gonna lie. I get a bit spooked out when it like comes up and like looks at me. I'm like, dude, you're a bit close. Stand back.
They are them and ostriches. There's no way. There's no way. The way they run at you and
Yeah.
peck you, anything with a pecker, it's not for me.
literally, Will's dad and Will thought they were being cute. They were like, we'll get her an Australian animal. I found one on this website. And then I'm like, okay, cool.
Oh,
Like,
that's super aggressive.
they're a bit. So these ones are rescue ones.
Oh,
so they're
okay.
tame now. But
Right.
when they first came, because they'd been like, I'm really happy that we did rescue them. They were like penned up in the tiniest little cage, and they're really big animals. Now they run in like fields for days.
Oh, that's cute.
But they were not liking humans when we first rescued them.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, they brought this giant aggressive bird, like 3 of them back, and I was like, thanks.
Jesse won't go in the pen with it. I'm like, come on.
That is scary,
They're
though.
taller than me.
Yeah,
I always
they
just
are.
think it could pick my eye, but I do like chat to it from a distance.
Yeah, give it that. Yeah, give
it
it that
that
chat.
space.
Well, kangaroos obviously like are so dangerous, and all those videos of them boxing people and whatever.
What is
It's
that?
so scary. And when I was over there was like this field of kangaroos, and I got out of my car and I was like, these are the most terrifying things I've ever seen.
They
Yeah.
actually are quite scary, I won't lie.
I've only seen them like the videos where they're actually jacked.
Yeah,
Like,
where they're like a Love Island all-star.
yeah, they've got
They've
like
got
a
that build.
six-pack pecs. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
it's like Davide's in front of you, but in
Yeah.
kangaroo form. It's fucking
Literally,
crazy.
yeah, it's terrifying.
Yeah, so no kangaroos.
No.
But let's stick to otters. Right, I have a game. It's called the messy bag. Wait, the light should change. Yes, we did it. We did it. So this is where I'm going to hit you with some statements, and you've got to tell me if this is a messy thing or a not messy thing. Okay. So yeah. So this is a relationship edition. So your partner going through your phone without asking, is that messy or not messy?
Messy.
I'd say that's a little messy.
A little messy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've seen so many TikToks of like girls telling stories and like, look at me trying to justify this.
No, please carry on.
It being like, oh, girls, this is your sign to go through their phone because like they'll find out 2 years later, they've been cheating on them for 2 years. And it's like, if you just checked the phone, you would have found it out.
Yeah, but I feel like you should communicate and be like, I want to check your fucking phone.
Yeah.
Like checking the phone like in secret is worse than going, you're naughty. Let me check your phone.
Yeah.
And then
I agree with that. I think that when people go looking through a phone, I feel like you have an agenda to find something that'll upset you.
Yeah.
So even if there's nothing, I've been there, and I've been like pissed off about something that's like 3 years out of date, but just because I wanted it, you know what I mean? But it's a hard one because
I think it is definitely messy, but the relationship was probably messy if it got to that point.
very true. Bringing up an ex during an argument, messy or not messy?
Oh, that's messy.
Messy.
That's messy. Like you didn't even know them back
Yeah.
then. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, agreed.
messy, yeah.
One partner making all the plans for a trip away without consulting with the other one.
Not messy. Do that all the time.
yeah, that's not messy.
Okay, so what do you guys do? Does one of you just take the reins?
No, not one of us. Me, every single time.
Okay. But this sounds like you're doing this because you want kids. You're
Yeah, I'm like,
you're like Euro summer. I've got the train booked.
I've got my checklist, which I'm slowly ticking off. But I like surprising Jessie.
Okay.
Um,
And I'm fully aware of that now, that he does the big surprises. So
That's
I am
really
waiting-
nice.
yeah,
I'm waiting for my surprise though. I don't want to get my little violin out. But
Oh my.
Yeah, but I feel like if I gave you a surprise trip, you'd be like, oh nah, I've got to lamb the sheep that day. And I'd be like, what the fuck? I just spent months like
I'm taming the emus,
Yeah,
actually.
literally.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I'm a bit control freaky, so I like to plan everything as well. You just got
yeah.
certain quirks that you like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did actually plan a trip for your birthday last year, but I had a work thing in Kenya, and Jessie thought I was going to miss the trip. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and I was like crying.
Jessie was like crying, and then I had to be like, "No, there is."
So he hid
Yeah, I
the
know, there's
surprise too well. It was actually the year before.
Yeah, and
He
to
hid the
point when she
surprise
started
so
crying. I was like, "I've taken it too far."
because he was like, he had a work trip and then he would be getting back like the day before my birthday.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my God, like he's not even going to spend my birthday. He'll be tired when he gets back from Kenya. Little do I know, he's like planned a trip to the Maldives. And so
Oh.
I'm like crying, sobbing, thinking he doesn't care for me.
He doesn't even care. He's just going to be asleep playing games on my
Literally or something. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I
But he actually
did that
had
a bit
big
too
surprise.
well, where Jessie got a little bit upset.
From Kenya to the Maldives.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Living the life over there. Jesus Christ. Having a separate bank account that your partner doesn't know about, messy or not messy?
Well, I would say not messy. Is that messy of me?
Not messy. Is it messy or messy? Messy.
I would say not messy.
I don't know, because I've done something like similar. Like where I'm like I put like no money in a bank account, and I was like, look, I've got no money. I need you to pay.
And I was like, oh my God. I was like, he's so much poorer than me. Poor little baby. So like the next month I was like, oh, I pay for little baby. And he was like fully because I actually felt bad. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, you really are struggling out here.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
And
no, she caught me. I got caught out red-handed.
Yeah, I saw his other bank account. I was like, what the fuck?
my mum does this. My mum does this to me and my brother. And I'm like, you're hiding things from us. But yeah, that's actually, we need to say that to everyone at home. That's what you need to start doing with your partners, because I've never thought of that before and it's genius.
Especially when
Help me, I'm
yeah,
poor.
literally.
Yeah, I
Because we
know.
worked the same job. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really killing it. And like,
It's really tough out here for the male Love Island.
Yeah, literally.
and then he fucking showed me that by accident in the other account. And I was like,
Oh my God. Genius. Stealing the last slice of pizza / last bit of takeaway from the fridge when you know your partner was eyeing it up. Messy or not messy?
Oh my God. We have been having this discussion a lot lately.
Okay.
As you can see by that response, it's probably not a discussion, is it?
Yeah.
I get told off.
That
a
is
lot.
messy. And I was actually saying this in the car this morning. Stealing someone's food is almost one of the most unhinged, casual things you can fucking do.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah, and do you know what? I've actually have done that with Jessie where I thought she was almost going to break up with me. So there was these desserts in the fridge.
Yeah.
I ate them and put them back. And she was like, who's fucking eating these? And I was like, I don't know. Like,
Oh my God, so you lied.
No,
You doubled down on the
He didn't only
lie.
say, I don't know. He said his dad did it. So hear me out.
Even worse.
So I couldn't even be angry. He didn't just eat them. So he gets the goose out of the box, eats them, puts them back in the box, puts the box back in the fridge. So I think for a whole week that there's goose in the fridge.
That's like psychopath, like
Yeah.
sociopath behavior.
I was so angry.
in general, I didn't do it like maliciously. Like I do like if there's a plate of food I would eat it and then put it back in the fridge.
But there's malice there.
Yeah.
I don't know what
So
that means.
I thought, and no, it gets even worse, Joe. I'm saying the whole Saturday, I'm like, no, it was Sunday, and I was hungover, and I was like, yeah, I'll just save my goose for after dinner. I could eat them now, but I'm saving them for after dinner when I really want them. I fucking get them out of the fridge, and then the cups are empty. He goes, oh, my dad did it.
That is absolutely
I
barbaric.
was actually ready to move out. I was even angry dad did it.
If someone takes my food, it is like, it's like the peak of disrespect in a household.
It is.
Kane always has my Moju shots, you know, those like ginger shots.
Yeah, they're like expensive.
And they're spenny. And if you've got if you look forward to that last hit of the thing in the morning, and I come down and he's just stood there with an empty shot glass, and I think
No.
this motherfucker is gonna do it. So yeah, I totally get it.
And like the thing that's so frustrating is it's so petty that you can't be angry, but it's like I'm just fuming.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, I'm really sorry. I'll drive out and go get more.
Yeah.
It's like, nah,
No,
it's the principle.
not
It's
point.
at that point I'm like I've lost the hunger for it.
Yeah.
I don't want a pity pudding. Like I wanted my pudding. You know what I mean? I feel you 100%. I relate so hard. Your partner using your razor or toothbrush without telling you.
You're terrible at that.
Yeah,
Jessie
it is messy, but I do it.
Jessie purposely doesn't bring her toothbrush on holiday or if we go away because
Do you swap heads or is it just
no.
Okay, fine.
Babe, you have your tongue down my throat all the time.
I
with
was
the fucking
about to say
toothbrush,
this. I was about to say
No,
this.
but the reason that she doesn't bring her toothbrush is because if we lose my one, then at least she has a toothbrush when she gets home.
They're really good ones.
It's
I'm
really
like-
valid. It's really valid.
No, because I've got to the point where I actually pack Jessie's bag now because I'm like I'm done with this. And I always make rules. I'm like, fine, it's my toothbrush, but let me use it first. And too many times she uses my toothbrush first.
Yeah, because you're like scrolling on TikTok. I want to break.
You're playing your games. You're
Yeah.
playing an Xbox.
That's
You've got
what you
got
get.
hoes in your
These
truck
are
on Red Dead
made-up
Redemption, whatever it's called. Do you know what I mean? Okay, yeah, I feel you.
I do understand people think that's really disgusting, but I'm like, we've done worse stuff. Like
We share saliva.
Exactly. When you're all up in your partner's orifices, what's a toothbrush?
literally.
Yeah, it's not that deep. Just I want it first.
Exactly. If a toothbrush is where you draw the line, then you need to spice
Literally.
things up.
At least I know if we go on holiday and we lose our toothbrushes,
You have
we'll
one at
always have a
home.
spare one.
No, we don't. Jessie does. I have to then go
And
out
then I
and get
bet
a
when you
new
got
one.
home, she'd go, "Don't use my toothbrush."
Oh yeah, we'll can't use mine.
Yeah, yeah.
Your partner ghosting you after arguments in a long-term relationship. So say you had a disagreement and then someone goes out or
Like the
doesn't
silent
answer their phone. Yeah.
Have I done that to you? I reckon I have. I reckon I have done it once, maybe, and it was probably
I'm going to
And
do
I
the
said, don't be
lambs.
doing that.
not the
God.
best decision because I didn't do it again after that.
Okay.
I reckon early on in our relationship.
Oh
did
my
I give
gosh,
you the-
yes. When you said you were going home, that pissed me off.
Oh, I was drunk. Okay. Before Jessie doesn't tell the whole story, I was a little bit tipsy, and then.
And then we had like a really small argument, but then Will didn't, like, this was one of our first arguments. So Will says, oh, I'm going to go home then. And I'm like, babe, I literally live with you. Like, you can't fucking go home because where am I going to go? And then he like packed his bag and like left the hotel
I
room.
think I pretended to leave,
and
then I just stayed in the room, just round the corner.
I literally was like, you never do that again or I'm actually going home to Australia.
Oh my God, threatening to leave's crazy if you live together as well. Because like, you're like, so
Literally.
am I homeless now?
But I think that's messy. That like gives me anxiety.
I did that once
Yeah.
early on, and then I was like, because
We
I was
were quite
new to
drunk.
it all, I was like, I don't know how to react.
He's like, I'll just go home. And I was like, no.
And then the thing is, I closed the door, and I was like, she's gonna come around that corner any minute now. She didn't.
If I was you, I would have been petty and got like Skyscanner flights back to Australia.
And then I like looked around the corner. I was like, why didn't you come after me? What's that all about?
It's like a stage production. It's given. And your partner bringing. Oh my God, this one. I don't know why I wrote this one. Your partner bringing farm animals inside / into the bedroom. Messy or not? Messy? Do you bring like? Do you have like goats roaming around the house, or is it like? Not?
In the farmhouse, like my parents' house, we like the pigs would come in and eat dog food. Like you'd get the goats come in.
Oh my God, cute.
But not obviously.
Sometimes the lambs.
Yeah, with our Reno, it's a very modern look on a shitty farm. To
Okay.
be quite honest, so we're like no.
We're not
shoes
having the
allowed
pigs
there.
in.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
because it's like wooden floors.
Right.
I ain't cleaning.
And it's
Your
like white,
kitchen looks great. by
bright
the way.
white. Yeah,
you.
It looks good.
and then you walk out into mud.
Yeah.
Near enough.
How are the house renovations going?
Going.
Has it been stressful?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Stressful with each other?
Everything.
Everything, yeah.
Like-
I'd say everything because like we both want input. I like Jessie mentioned it earlier. Like we work in two different ways. Like
Okay.
I'm very much. I want this done now. I want it over and done with. No, we haven't had bar stools in our kitchen for over 2 months. We've been
Okay.
eating standing up because we haven't found the perfect one.
Good
I'm
for the
like,
carbs.
I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I'm going to snap my shit and just buy some bar stools.
Yeah.
And then we had a cowboy builder as well.
Oh no.
So they were like, Will was the one that was doing the negotiation. So I was so angry about this because I was like, just like, I don't need to have any input. Will, you do your thing?
You're just like, I'm just a girl.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just a girl in
Yeah.
this. But
Me
then
too.
I was
in that
like,
situation. Because
You're both just girls.
Will kept saying things. I was like, are you sure that's how much that costs? Are you sure that's right? And then I just was like, whatever, trust, let him do his thing. Then the guy just never came back, took all our money, said, I want you to pay up front.
No.
All the materials, well overcharged us for everything.
yeah, it was bad. But I was in a situation. We were doing a brand deal with Wix for the kitchen.
Okay.
So the kitchen needed to be prepped by a specific point because I was like, oh my god, if it's not ready by then, are they
Right.
going to pull out because it needed to be done by
Okay.
a certain time because it was their like
It was for a campaign. so-
winter offer.
Oh, fine, fine.
So I was like stressing. So I was like to this man, do it, give him the money and just get this
Yeah.
job
Okay,
done.
yeah.
So I was like trying to speed up the process and then, yeah, he just robbed us.
Yeah, never came back. We like kept calling. We're like, where are you? Where are you? And he's like, oh, I'm sending a bloke out. He's coming in an hour. And then we kept calling all day.
No.
Call like 3 days later, and he finally answers. He's like, oh yeah, he's in jail. I'm like, bruv, no.
He's in jail.
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean our builder's in jail? Like we paid for it. Tell him
That's
to come
absolutely
here.
you paying his bail to get out. Come and sort the kitchen
What
out.
it felt like. No, but he was like catfishing me because I was like, where are you? Come on. And he
Yeah.
was like, I'm coming. So I'm there like prepping the house, getting ready for him.
Oh my
And he just
God.
doesn't show. And he did that for like 3 days.
That's my
And
worst
honestly, I was
nightmare.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
losing my mind, like pacing up and down the kitchen, looking out the window like a crazy man, going, where is
Did
he?
you get it sorted in the end?
We
Yeah,
did.
Wix's installation people came and just
Oh,
took
that's
over the whole
nice.
job, which was lovely.
Yeah.
And they were amazing. Because I do feel bad. I don't want like all builders to get like a bad reputation.
Yeah.
Like the people that actually came and did the job were amazing. It's just like that one.
To get the one rogue one.
Yeah.
Have you done a lot of work yourselves on the house?
Near
Yeah.
enough all of it apart from the kitchen.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Are you handyman then?
No.
Oh,
Trying to be.
yeah.
Trying to be,
We've made a lot of
learning.
errors, but
Yeah.
we're just like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll survive.
Kane's so good with stuff like that. Like he does everything. I'm just a girl. I just stand there on my phone. I do what you do. Just sit on the Nintendo Switch, do a bit of Pokemon.
No, I like give instruction
Yeah.
day out.
Like I'm sometimes really like, I hate this color, and he's like, I've done this for hours now. It's like
Yeah.
he put up this massive like thing of like this potted plant thing. What is that called? What's a planter? And I was like,
Wow, you really
I
are
was like, I'm not
handy.
keen on the color, and he's like, this motherfucker.
This color is staying.
I'm just like that. I'm just a girl. I've got you a gift for your house.
Ooh.
I know.
I love presents.
Don't get too excited.
Well, I am. I'm like, yeah.
Okay.
So this what happens every day because Jessie gets sent a lot of PR parcels and I don't. So I get enjoyment out of opening Jessie. So even if it's like makeup, I'm like, yay!
I would like to say that I thought this was a lot bigger in person.
I've got my eyes closed.
Okay.
So this is sounding awful.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what?
3, 2, 1. Open your eyes.
Oh, I love it.
It is a pig with some
Wow.
wine.
Wait,
A
oh
pig is
God.
my favorite animal on the farm.
That's me on a Sunday, man.
That's you being like, I don't want kids.
That's
I'm
me
this
watching
piggy.
Will work.
The pig is kind of a hottie.
Yeah, look at the eyes.
She's kind of like got a smidge of blush on as well.
yeah, she's
Which I'm really
slayed.
into.
Got a little leg up too. Not looking at the
She's
pics so
very
much.
slutty. Yeah.
No, she is. She's very nice.
So I just thought, that could be nice in the kitchen.
Thank you.
That's
I love it.
right.
I love it. I
Little
actually do.
I'm
keepsake.
obsessed. Will's in love with the
Is
pig.
it got the painted nails or what is going on there?
I painted them myself. in
Mate,
the
you're
car.
making me ill. What? Now I've
my
got beef
God.
with the pig.
Oh my God.
I
go-
didn't do this to
Bitch.
instigate any arguments, people. So what are your plans next? Have you got any plans this year? I was also going to ask if you're going to like tour the pod or anything like that because it's doing really well. Like, what you got coming up?
So we've actually just signed management in Australia.
Have you?
Yeah, which is really exciting. So we can do a
Congrats.
bit more work out in Australia and go to Australia to interview Australian people for the podcast because I'm an Aussie gal after all.
God, that's so fun.
Yeah.
So you're going to do a bit more time out there. So how much time are you splitting up? Have you decided or?
So we're going to do like a month at a time.
Oh my
so
God,
head
that's
out to
so
Australia,
lit.
which is nice. And then on top of that, we are buying the farm, which is a bit chaotic. But I'm going to Australia.
You guys have a lot going on.
Going with the flow. I actually meant to be the other day. I was like, what? What the hell's going on? I was like, couldn't cope because I was like, too many things are going on.
Yeah.
And I was like getting stressed, and it was just like, just take a chill pill, man.
But it's good
relax.
to be busy. It's
Yeah.
good to be busy.
Yeah,
isn't
I'm
it?
excited.
So-
We're planning to go to Australia maybe May time
Oh, gorgeous.
after lambing.
Yeah, after lambing. You're going to need a break after
Oh,
lambing.
my birthday's during lambing as well, so it's like a little bit of a belated B-day trip for me.
Cute.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
amazing.
that's exciting. God knows what's happening.
Well,
Yeah, we don't know what's going on with our life.
yeah, I'm like that every single week. Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me. So when you get the otters sorted, do let me know.
Yeah,
I would love to come and cut the ribbon.
Oh my gosh, yes.
We're doing an influencer staycation at the farm.
I don't mind even investing some money if I can get a plaque on the sanctuary to
Oh my
be
God.
like, you know, when
A
it's
statue more like?
and
Maybe we're not
just
otter
me
like this.
holding otters like this. They are like my favorite thing ever. I've never actually met one in real life,
Really?
but I just know it
Right,
would
I'll
be
actually
good.
look up how easy it is to get otters and things
Done.
like that.
Future
but-
business
Thank
partners.
you.
Otters
guys.
need water, right?
Water to swim, some rocks. I'm saying this like I really know.
Yeah.
And then some fish to eat.
Oh my God.
But like
done.
dead.
perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my God, you could be the looker
Otter
after,
boy.
like chucking them and feeding them and
I
stuff.
would-
Coming out with a bucket of fish.
I would love. Oh, and I do a show for
Yeah,
people.
yes.
Yeah.
And you get all of the otters lined up like this.
Oh my God, I would actually do that. It'd be like Madagascar. Thank you guys so much for coming on.
Thank you for
Oh,
having
thanks
us.
for having us.
I appreciate you coming off the farm to come in and see
Thank
us.
you, and thanks for our piggy that Will's not allowed to get now.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
we're making it sound wrong.
That was a bit weird. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and rate us 5 stars on Spotify. And we will see you again very soon. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.